Hey there, Cancer. It's Jen here. I am doing your mid February 2021 reading. So, yeah, here we are. I so strongly got a blanket, which I think is a really bizarre message to come through. But it's almost like Linus's blanket. He's the one in Charlie Brown with the Linus? I think so. Like a childhood blanket or even a stuffed animal, something as a security blanket. Sorry, I get there eventually. Security. Okay, but I don't feel like it's something you still necessarily cling to. Um, I do see it more as being a memory of a childhood object or the returning of a childhood object or a picture of a childhood object or something like that. Um, but now I'm hearing the training wheels are coming off. So stepping into a new role, something more adult, something more grounded and rooted, something more um, permanent, like a bigger commitment, putting on your big boy pants. Your big person pants, your adult pants. I see you studying for an exam. So that could be for graduate school, your SATs, the bar, MCATs, whatever, anything, or some sort of certification. I also see you researching things, figuring things out, making a plan, really going deep, making lists, really trying to figure something out, how to make something happen. You could be house hunting, looking for a new place to live. That comes up on the next. Does it come up? Oh, because you're thinking about your commute or commuting. Maybe you'll try to find a new job. Maybe you're putting your resume out there, networking. But I see, yeah, a commute is factoring into either where you live or where you work, or something like that. Let's go back. Okay, this keeps coming up for you guys. Design coming up strongly again. Branding, figuring out the best font, colors, like staging things. Um, Getting ready to get back on stage or a set. So if you're an actor or a crew or part of the team of any sort of theatrical production, movie set, TV show, a commercial, I mean, literally anything like that, but um, that would remind you of that type of, I mean, it could even be training, traveling for work. What do you call those things? Um, where there's tons of vendors, a show, a trade show. Wow, I've been to one of those before. Um, or, yeah, maybe getting back out there, traveling. If people often, I never know if it's often or often. I say often usually, but I said often that time. People often reach out to you for advice or help because you've earned a reputation for being great at something. It's time to start charging, or it's time to start transitioning and making that more of a focus potentially. I see potential there. And it's time to start charging, and I feel like you may be devaluing yourself. Then I got and I then I got like a drone camera or potentially a helicopter, sort of traveling right over the top of an evergreen forest. It was in the winter, I think. Kind of a rockier, like what I would think of as out west um, type of forest in the U.S. helicopter skiing, backwoods trekking, hiking up and skiing down. Then I got Tuckerman's Ravine, which is actually in New Hampshire. And I just want to say be careful. If your gut tells you not to go somewhere, really listen to it. Play it safe, I'm hearing. That can be a dangerous area, but very beautiful. Potentially a Virgo connection, you may want to watch that video. And then I've already talked to you about the commute. So let's see what your cards say. I did put them out ahead of time because honestly, sometimes I have trouble reading and shuffling at the same time. The Chariot, yeah, this is making a plan, planning travel. Commute, a car, making a plan, taking action instead of reacting. Like, what do I want? And here's my plan on how I'm going to get it. I'm not just going to wait around and see if something drops on my lap. I'm going to actually take action to make things happen and move forward. Like, move forward if you are starting a side business, or for example, or you have a hobby you really like. Just really moving forward and treating it as your business, because something about the energy that you put out, it draws in the right people. It's kind of it's I guess more professional, I guess, but it's not cold or anything. It's just you're open for business, not in the bad way. I guess that's not necessarily a bad way, but it just sounds kind of funny. Car commute. I need to look. I'm sorry. I will need to look at this card and try to do it so you can't see it at all. So that's helpful. The horse, the ravens. I like her glowing wand or whatever it is. Yeah, really lighting your own path, blazing your own trail. Okay, I'm going to keep moving on here. 5 of Cups. So this could be the end of a relationship. Maybe that's why you're thinking about moving. Grieving something. And that could be anything. It couldn't be love, but anything you're emotionally attached to. She has kind of a blanket wrapped around her, doesn't she? So, and it even looks like one of those older, almost, well, not really. Something about it reminds me of like you'd see at your grandparents' house. I think my parents even have, where I had some, they were popular gifts that people would, it seemed like grandmothers or aunts for some reason would make them. I guess they're crocheted blankets. They're kind of a square. You make a bunch of squares, and then put them all together. And they're usually, I don't know. You would know what I'm talking about. So if that's a message for someone, maybe that's the blanket, because you were the blanket person. Yes. Okay. Wow. I do get there eventually. Like, you need to look forward. Your future, your happiness is not behind you. It's moving forward. So you're almost in this. I feel like around this time you will turn around you'll kind of talk to yourself. Let it go. It's okay. It's not that you're not processing or dealing with it or in denial, but you're going to force yourself. Not for not that's not the right word. You're going to empower yourself to channel it into this Chariot energy. This is just below the surface, waiting to come up, waiting to appear in your life. So this I'm moving forward, I'm looking forward, I'm planning forward. I'm no longer looking behind in some way. Two of Pentacles, making a decision, having a lot going on. This could be the commute thing, although I don't know if anyone's commuting again, or you're starting to plan for commuting again. And you're kind of like, I had to go into work this week. Oh my God, it sucks up so much my day. I spend almost well over an hour in the car, let's just put it that way, and depending on traffic. Trying to figure things out. You may have a few, it looks like a few ships. Maybe one's going out and one's coming in. A lot of coming and going, a lot of travel, just a lot of things to try to figure out. Pentacles are, tangible things. So, yeah, commute, job, live, finances, opportunities, networking, doing the laundry, getting your oil changed, all that stuff. Mundane things. But in this picture, the posture of her is she's looking out, right? Here she's looking back. Here you are looking out, and okay, it's going to be a lot to figure out. It's going to be a lot to juggle. It's going to be a lot to figure out. But being up to the challenge, and not only, so you won't stay here kind of like, oh, what am I going to do? You're very quickly going to start rolling up your sleeves, getting in there, getting dirty, figuring it out, and making it happen. You did have an extra card, the World. Wow. Yeah, so definitely wrapping something up, starting a new phase of life. So this could be moving, new job, new education, going back to the studying. That was you guys, right? Okay, I should just leave my book open. So, yes, it was. You could actually maybe start working on a movie set or something about moving. That's interesting. Something where you would start when you start traveling. This tiger up here, I thought of Las Vegas. Who are the people with the tigers? Which just reminds me of Las Vegas. Maybe moving someplace tropical. Yeah, a new phase. Let's see what this one that wanted to come out. Seven of Pentacles. So this, I think, came out for Virgo 2. I think. Seven of Pentacles. Cultivating, practicing, studying, tending to. Slow and steady wins the race. Just working away, at something. You will be making progress if you're saving or anything. Just keep at it. It's going to come to fruition. You just have to keep tending it and enjoy the process that is. If you're a gardener that hates weeding, and you will learn to appreciate the meditative aspect and the earth aspect, the grounding aspect of pulling the weeds, of kneeling down and bending over your flowers or your vegetables and tending to them and weeding and making sure they are nurturing, making sure they have enough water. So you could get a pet. I mean, it could be a pregnancy, but I was seeing more appreciation for living in the now and the joy in just being alive, which sounds weird, but just appreciate like waking up and being like, how fucking lucky am I that I got to wake up today? Um, yeah. Okay. I'm just going to leave it there. Thanks, Cancer. Bye.